Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Remember your purchases by attaching to the transaction a photo of the item or receipt. At FANB, you'll get that hometown feel with a high-tech touch. First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Use the P2P feature to safely send money to any person, anywhere. At FANB, you'll get that hometown feel, but with a high-tech touch.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
And welcome back to the Davis Ford Pregame Show. We are now joined by head coach Sean Cannon. Sean got a little longer week to prepare with a Saturday game this week. So let's talk about this week's preparation, getting ready for East Mississippi and having that extended time. How's that help for today's game?
Yeah, you know, you never really want these long weeks during the first of the year as a coach, but if they come toward the end, it's not too bad of a different schedule, but we try to stay on the same practice routine as far as treating a Monday as a day after the game, a Tuesday as a Sunday practice, and on and on and on through the week. So your Friday, preparation is almost like your Wednesday day for a Thursday game. And so, but it did give the kids a little chance to get off and come at a good time. We had some that are banged up and, get those extra few days off the weekend and kind of get healed up and things. So, now what's the drawback? I turn around and play a short week after, you go from a Saturday to a Thursday, but, being the last few weeks of the season is not as bad on the coach. So, but they would give the kids off, like I said, a couple days and get back to work first of the week.
Okay, well, real quickly, now, we did have an afternoon game earlier this year on a Thursday, and we had talked about, some of these kids had probably never played in daylight before. Is there some advantage to having that earlier game this year against Delta that will help these guys get ready for Saturday?
Yeah, but probably not as much now because on a Saturday, because, not having to get up and, gone from school, you got that Friday that we're off of school, so they'll have a chance to kind of sleep in and then come through a normal Friday walkthrough, and then we'll have to get up not as early and leave as early, but because the trip is not as long as what we took, but getting out of campus at around 9 o'clock and then eating your pregame at 10, and that's kind of the biggest thing as coaches. Like, well, really, what do you eat? You can't really eat a hamburger steak and mashed potatoes at 10, and so you kind of have to get a little mixture of get kind of breakfast and lunch and that type thing, but 2 o'clock on a Saturday is that's kind of the college football day, so I don't think it's going to be as much as that Thursday game is going on.
Okay, well, it's a big game day. Going down, face a good football team as always. Anytime you travel to Scuba, it's definitely can be a dogfight. So let's talk about East Mississippi. What some of the challenges they bring on that offensive side of the ball.
Yep, spread the ball around. You look at their top 8-10 receivers. I mean, they're in. I think their 8th, 10th guys got 20-something catches. They've got a 40 guy, 29, 21, 20. You go down, and so they spread the ball around a good bit. The receiver Miller, he's kind of their leading guy. The running backs, have done a good job running the ball. They pretty much spread those carries around. There's not a dominant guy that's got 150 carries and other guys only got 20, and so they play a lot of players on offense, but they don't have any tight ends, so it's 4 receiver set every time, sometimes 5. And, quarterback, both those guys complement each other. The 12 has come in as, lately and kind of been the starter. They'll bring 2 in. 2 came in last week against Northeast and move their offense down the field. But, anytime you go play there, especially on a Saturday, all the pomp and circumstance, the smoke and the line roaring on the Jumbotron and all that stuff, that's the thing I've told the kids is we can't fall into that part of it. That this is a football team that's, 4-3 and we got a chance to keep our playoff hopes alive by trying to get a win against these guys.
Okay, well, let's talk about their defense and what kind of challenges they're going to provide for offense. I know they got a guy who's one of the top tacklers in the nation, so just talk about some of those challenges and how we're going to try to overcome it today.
Yeah, defensive line, typically they've had NFL players there before, and I've told the kids, I said, look, I played against, coached against those guys that, they're still playing in the league, and they're long and athletic, and not a lot of girth like they've always kind of had. They're not real heavy on the D line where they used to have those 300-pounders and 280s and 290s. They're not as big, but they move around. The new defensive coordinator this year, and so they're playing a little bit more different coverages than what they've done, and so. We've got to be able to change up some things formation-wise and, get them to thinking a little bit, get them out of gaps and get out of place. And the people that's had the success against them this year has done that offensively to them. Now, you go to 4 receiver sets, that's what they practice against every day, in the springtime and the summer. And so they're used to defending those types of sets. We kind of did a little breakdown of the big plays they've given up. It's not much out of 4 receivers. They're kind of built for that type of offense. So we've got to be able to, to take advantage of some hopefully some mismatches, get them out gapped and out manned and outlined, and so we can hit those open holes.
Okay, now you mentioned the playoff race here, very big, crucial North Division game today. Talk a little bit about how you've the mindset of your guys and what you've been preaching to them all week to get them ready for this key game.
Well, you never want to say that, your North Division is North Division, South is South. When you play out of division, it does matter. It come down to that in 17. We had equal records between us, Northwest and East Mississippi. They took those 2 because we were 7-2, whatever it was, and they had a better North versus the South opponents than we did. So when it comes down to tiebreaker rules, yes, it does matter. But you look at the standings right now. We're sitting at 3-1, sole possession of number 2. You've got teams that still have left to play that could even knock them down another loss in the division. And I told them, I said, look, guys, they're not taking a playoff team with 3 losses. I said that's never happened. I said, so you win, you still set yourself up to be in the playoff hunt. We're sitting at 3-1. All of our division games are done. I think there's 2 teams left that still have to play a non-division game. So some of them guys are going to finish up this week with their, with their division schedule. So now you got to have help in this and that. But you look at who we've beaten. We've got head-to-head against this team, head-to-head against that team. We beat them. We control our own destiny. I said, I don't know whatever. I said, we've not been in this position in a long, long time. So, I said, there it goes in front of you.
All right, Coach. Well, let's go ahead and move into the Bank Okolona Keys to Victory Day against East Mississippi.
Yep, wrote these up here Monday when team met. I wrote the standings up there, and I put here's our keys to victory. I put KTV. Mistake-free football. Last week against Hines, had made too many mistakes. Can't turn the ball over. Can't expect to win if you turn the ball over 5 times. Don't care if you're the Dallas Cowboys playing, Kalamazoo Junior High. It's never a formula for success if you turn the ball over. I said we got to play mistake-free football. First one. Number 2, outrush them. I said we have not run the ball very good in the last couple of weeks. We played some powerful defensive lines that have done a good job of stopping us. I said we have got to outrun them in the run game, because if you're able to outrun them, and then that makes more first downs. They've got to make calls to stop the run. That opens up the pass. But we got to run the football, and we got to stop the run. You got to make a team one-dimensional. You got to get them in a situation where they become one-dimensional, you know, and things like that. And then the third thing, I said it was OD and special teams. I said, we got to make big plays. D, we got to prevent them. And special teams, we got to create. I said, those three things there. I said, it's pretty easy to see when they've lost their 3 games this year, what has affected them. It's been turnovers against them with not getting any turnovers, the special teams play, and then being able to run the football, you know, and similar to Holmes' offense schematically, you know, and so we've got a pretty familiar way to do, you know, that we kind of know the plays that we have seen, and so you know, and so we've had a little bit of time to prepare. Now, is that going to help us win a game? I don't know. That's yet to be seen. But the thing I told him, I said, don't go in there and fall under the hype of the Last Chance U. I said that was a long time ago. You know, I said people still look at him. I said that, you know, let's don't buy into the hype of the smoke when they run out of the locker room, the lion roar, all the things that, you know, that you drive up, there's the big tractor trailer of all their championships. I said that's the intimidation factor where they try to get you to be beat before the game. I said let's get to the ball game and let's play every play, and when that play happens, move on to the next play. So it just goes back to those keys of doing what you got to get done, you know. But if we don't beat ourselves, we'll give ourselves a chance, you know. And that was my biggest statement this week to the kids.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for joining us, and best of luck this week. And we'll be back with more with the Davis Ford Pregame Show on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Set text alerts to catch unauthorized spending or to monitor your account balance. At FANB, you'll get that hometown feel, but with a high-tech touch. Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.